Oh, baby, 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 here we are. Welcome, everybody, to another installment of the loneliest show on all of the internet, on the loneliest night on all of the week. It's another lonely Friday night, and this is another episode of Sam Roberts Now. Thank you for being here with us. I say us. There's a lot of speculation, especially after some of the new Not Sam programming that debuted earlier in the week here on the Not Sam YouTube channel. So when I say us, who do I mean? Who's on the wall? It's, where'd he go? Hot dog, you can't, if that was a bit, it doesn't work.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. You muted your, you muted.
I wanted to spook you for a second, and you know,
I would
maybe be like, oh no, hot dog's not here. What are we gonna do? No.
I got you. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I have to tell you, I like that you're feeling a little insecure. I like that you're like, you know what? I got to remind this piece of garbage that he needs me. I want to make him sweat a little bit. And I did. I did sweat a little bit. I said, I couldn't imagine.
Shifting through. Where's hot dog? Oh no.
No. Plus, I was going through other graphics. Not Sam. I thought he was over here. No, that's not Sam Wrestling. No, I thought he was over here. Here he is. Oh, hot dog is up to his tricks again.
Nicole won't replace me. Yes, yet.
Did you say yes yet?
Yes. I did say yes.
Yes. Yes. No. There is no replacing hot dog, as there is no replacing Sam Roberts Now. It is the epicenter of the Not Sam universe, after all. However, I told you 2023 was the year of the content initiative. Remember?
Is it 2020? I thought 2021 was the content initiative. No, wait, no. I thought 2020 was the content initiative.
Was it 2022? Either
that could
way,
have also been the content initiative.
I don't remember for sure, so we better just play it safe and call it 2023. Does that make sense?
The decade of the content initiative.
The 2020s is our content initiative decade. And part of that content initiative is launching new programming, testing some things out. And yeah, Nicole and I have decided to do a show together. And we don't know. I mean, eventually, honestly, look, as with every show I've done in almost the last decade, what will probably end up happening is if we do it with any sort of regularity, I'll figure out something that it needs, and I'll go, you know, we should probably bring hot dog in for this, and you'll become a part of it. I mean, what have I, like, there's nothing, it's got to be nice to be you, right? Because what have I done professionally in the last 10 years that you haven't had little fingers on somewhere?
You put me in wherever I fit.
Because, fam, you get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I do.
That's what you do. That's what you're here to do. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, after tonight's show, stay on this channel. It's the pilot episode. The plan for us is that once we figure out what the name of the show is and like what the show is, right? We'll do a few weeks here on the Not Sam channel, but when we've got a name and we've got this is what we do every single week and we've got an elevator pitch and everything, then we're gonna move the show over to a different YouTube channel. So you know, all the Not Sam stuff will be here, and that show will be on whatever the name of the show is channel. So that'll be fun, but we've already got, go ahead.
How you operate. You do production, then pre-production.
Yeah. With Nicole and I, for some reason, I would never have done that with other stuff that I've done. But with Nicole and I, it was just like, that's what made sense. Like the idea of us getting together and like planning out meticulously what everything was going to look like once we got there. It seemed so, that's the only thing about the two of us that's not natural. Like for us, we should just
planning.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just go do a show. Okay, we'll go do a show. We'll figure it out when we get there. And like we've always done, like we always will. We got great feedback on that, on the spectacular what was it called? The
something
satisfying.
pilot.
Oh, so satisfying. The satisfying pilot. So yeah, next week we'll do the second episode of the pilot. Because that's how pilots work. We'll do the second episode of the pilot, and that'll be here on the Not Sam channel. And then I'm assuming there'll be a third week of the pilot, and by then, hopefully, we'll have our hands on something incredible. I will already tell you, though. There's two things. First of all, we won't get into it here because we're going to get into it on the Thursday Sam and Nicole show, soon to be the Sam and Nicole and Hot Dog show, I'm sure. But if you have Hot Dog, have you watched Naked Attraction yet? Is that what it's called? Naked Attraction?
I haven't, but I heard you guys. Did I hear you guys talking about it? I heard someone talking about it.
Bro, like HBO just quietly added this show from the UK, just threw 6 seasons of it up there. And it is the wildest thing. I just turned it on last night just to see what the hubbub is about, because without any sort of fanfare, it has shot up and become the most popular show on Max. It's their version of Squid Game, except more tentacles on this one, because the way Naked Attraction works is it's like a dating show, but instead of like the old dating show was you're behind a wall, and then they ask you questions, and then people answer the questions, and then the wall gets revealed, whoever you pick based on your questions. This one is more direct, where it's one contestant, and then it's 6 people all behind walls, right? So if you're a female who's attracted to men and you're the person, it'll be 6 men behind different colored walls. And then for round 1, the wall comes up, but only waist high, and they're totally naked. And not only does the contestant see everything, but you, the viewer, sees everything, and they go right close up to the genitals and go like, and the host literally goes like,
"Is it blurred?"
No.
What?
No, not blurred at all. Like, or just like vaginas. And they're like, well, what do you think of her vagina?
Nice.
And the guy, that's where the guy will go like, nice. And then and then you have to eliminate somebody just based on the genitals. Like,
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
And then the second round, the wall goes up further, but only to the neck. So like if you're a guy who's attracted to girls, you then eliminate somebody based on the tatties, you know?
but they're not even asking any questions between this.
They can't talk. They're not allowed to speak. No, they're not allowed to speak. So then somebody gets eliminated based on their body from the neck down. And then then the wall goes. And by the way, it's a UK show, so all the dudes are uncircumcised. So it's
their willies are out,
and their willies are out, right? And then the thing goes up for the final 4, and you can see their faces. They all do like a talent where it's just an excuse to swing their bodies around, and then somebody gets eliminated. And then when you get to the final 2, the person doing the picking, the host goes, "Okay, now you got to leave, and you got to take all your clothes off." And then you come back. So the person who's the contestant and the 2 that are left as the possible mates, now they're just all naked, head to toe, no blurring.
Let's have some fun.
And the host is sitting there fully clothed, like, "Hey, I can see all your shit," you know. And then they go on a date from there.
They go on a date with the 2 people.
Yeah, and then they pick one person. No. And then they pick one person, and you're like, you're the one who wins. And then they go on a date, but on the date they're fully clothed and not kissing. Like it's just it's like a regular date, and so it's weird.
Are all the girls just picking the biggest penis? Is this what's going on?
I haven't seen every episode, but there is that has happened.
It's not the best way to go about finding love.
Well, I mean, sometimes it is. It depends on what you like, you know.
Depends on what you're really, really into.
Right.
Boy, that sounds like a nightmare show to be a part of.
So I'm watching that show, and I go, I got to figure out a spot to talk about this, whether it's on Sam Roberts Now, whether it's on my thing with Nicole, whether it's on Jim and Sam. And literally this morning, 12 hours after watching it, I have a text from Nicole that says, "Oh my God, just watched Naked Attraction. We have to talk about this."
Okay.
So I'm very much looking forward to her takes on it. But I also told her another thing that she has to do for Thursday's show, which is I'm forcing her to see Saw X. I haven't seen Saw X yet, but Saw X is out this weekend. So we'll give our opinions on it. Me, somebody who wants to see it and who's seen all the Saws and her somebody who doesn't want to see it at all. So it should be great.
Is she not into horror?
Not at all. No, not at all. And this Saw movie is supposed to be extremely
That's
gory.
gonna be a bad one. Yeah,
I
mean the commercials are fucking gory as hell.
Yeah,
they're not even holding back there.
No, it's gonna be a toughie. It's gonna be a toughie. So it's gonna be great. Check out the show. I can't. Naked Attraction, Sam and Nicole, whatever you want to watch. Maybe we'll do the next Sam and Nicole, and we'll have our faces covered and just be totally naked because, I mean, it's a popular show, you know.
I mean, guess who's who?
Right. Exactly. I will say that I've been getting a lot of social media interaction, and I need to clear something up because this has been permeating my app mentions. This is not me, this gentleman here. For some reason, I keep getting people saying, like, they go, who is this guy? And all I see is @NotSam, @NotSam, @NotSam. This gentleman here, who is a gentleman, I'm sure, this is not me. Okay? I don't know what.
I might have to enhance that.
Okay, you want to watch the video and just see if you think it's something? See if it's even in my character. You know me. Because people think this is me for some reason.
I think I know.
Put on a show for me, baby. I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker.
It was the up until the tumble.
I'm a white boy. Look at.
I was like, yep, that's Sam. That's Sam.
Put on a show for me, baby. I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker.
I love when he realizes he's going all the way down because he gets the double scream in. Like he goes, "Whoa," and then he thinks he's caught, but he realizes he's not caught. And he goes, oh, shit.
That was a long fall.
Trash motherfucker.
That was a really long fall. Why did that guy just give up?
He gave up.
White trash motherfucker.
Oh. You know who that is? You know who that is? That's actually Mitch McConnell. A lot of people don't realize that's Mitch McConnell.
That was a sad attempt at a trust fall.
Oh, can you? I don't think the dude. If you're looking at it, I don't think the dude was really trying to.
I mean, he tried for a split second. He tried there.
Look at where his elbows are positioned. Right? You would think they'd be out like here. But instead, they're all the way back here. So, like, your arm has no strength whatsoever. So it's almost like your hands are just there to slow him down. But really, all he's going to do is brush against the hand and continue to fall. Yeah,
he's breaking the momentum, but he's going to let him fall.
That's right. You won't die. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to crack your head and die on the pavement, but you're not going to be upright. You're going to be on your ass. Yes, it's not me, by the way. It isn't me.
He had me at white trash motherfucker.
Because that's how you think. Yeah, I'll perform for you.
For me, baby. I'm a white boy. White trash.
Also, you know how it's not me?
This.
Flip-flops.
Come on. You do it. But you've been opening up a little bit to flip-flops and the shorts and that whole aesthetic.
No, I mean, I just became okay with shorts in a casual scenario. But not flip-flops. And this looks to be on the, like, outside, like, a nightclub or something like that. That's how he showed up. Because he's got to be...
That's a crazy look for a nightclub.
Right. I mean, he's got to be there for a party, right?
Right. Just booze spilling all over his, like, bare foot. Who wants that?
Yeah. Or somebody steps on your toe, and instead of... What's worse, right? Instead of scuffing up your shoe, now they got their dirty, shitty shoe all over your toes. It's disgusting.
Baby! I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker.
He stepped out too before the fall. I don't know exactly why.
Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. Somebody asked him if he was going to run for re-election, and he just fell back. This is what happens when there's not a podium in front of you. Yeah, look, he is still in that position. He's frozen up. See, he's got his arms out like he's still performing. Well, a stinger happens when you get like do you think like an invisible man like pile drived him into the sky? I don't understand how he would have gotten that stinger.
Well, we don't know that it didn't happen. Could have been from the guy behind just lightly tapping him.
That's true. I mean, oh, he got tased. Six Crow said it. Look, look. I just saw it. There it is.
By who? By that guy?
Look at that's a flash. See right here?
Ooh.
That's a flash, dude. That's why he went, whoa! Yeah.
Let's watch it back in context.
Oh.
I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker.
You can hear the click. Listen for the click. I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker. Like right before he says
That's
that.
enough.
Yeah. Listen for the click. I'm going to put my finger up like this when the click happens.
White trash motherfucker.
And there
I hear that.
And there it is. There's the taser.
I mean, it doesn't look like he was
A threat?
a threat to anyone. To anyone.
Well, that's the thing about tasers.
White
That,
trash
like,
motherfuckers?
yeah,
Oh,
you
tasers.
can subdue a threat, and then it turns out not to really be a threat, but it was just a taser.
I think it just makes people too comfortable with subduing threats that aren't threats. Like,
But
okay, that's enough of that. Zzz.
sometimes you got to give someone a nice, glass of shut the hell up. Yeah. And there are times when you need to give somebody a glass of shut the hell up, and a taser is the only thing that's going to do it.
It did shut him the hell up.
Well, yeah. That would explain why he's saying, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. He probably thinks it's a police officer.
Ouch. Have you ever been tasered?
No. I mean, no, because I like not as a stunt, right? No, I haven't done that for whatever reason. Somehow I avoided that in all my years of radio, not being tased on the air, even though like every show,
Yeah.
like that's
You would think that would have came across Opie and Anthony at some point.
I mean, there was a taser phase. I just managed to avoid it somehow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there definitely was. I think there was like an electric mousetrap phase where you had to touch the mousetrap.
I remember that.
Yeah, but I somehow avoided that. So no, I haven't been tased. I have had one of those mousetraps malfunction in my hand where I go, whoa! But it's just like a quick like jolt. It wasn't like an extended tase.
Yeah, you're not curious at all?
No.
Like just like, oh man, I want to see like what the whole thing's about.
No. It's bad. Why are you?
I'm a little curious sometimes. Like I feel like maybe one day when I'm drunk with my boys, I'll be like, let's taser each other.
That's your midlife crisis. You really are turning into like a frat boy douche.
Yeah,
for your midlife crisis. Yeah, yeah.
You can imagine me and Derek and the boys just going around circles tasing each other.
I could, and it would be like kind of pathetic people in their 30s that want to be back in their early 20s sitting around tasing each other.
Yeah, it'd be a bachelor party too. I'm gonna write that one down. Actually.
Definitely bachelor party material. A Barbu says he's tasing again after he's down. Okay, let's see. Now this has opened up a whole new world.
For me, baby. I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, see, he's doing it again. Yep. Totally.
Why?
Totally.
Why?
He's tasing him when he's on the ground.
What was the reason?
Okay, look. Okay, watch right here. You'll see like a white streak come down from the taser, okay? See that? See that? See it? It looks almost like he's holding like a lighter, like a
It's an abuse. It's an abuse of power.
Oh, I'm sorry, hot dog. It's an abuse of power. You don't think that guy needed a tase?
Well, no, I don't.
You don't think he was wilding?
He was just talking about him being a white boy motherfucker. I don't think that merits a tasering.
Also, because the girl said, "Perform for me."
Keep putting on a show for me, baby.
Put on a show for me, baby. It's like, and then look at him. He's like, I'll do that. I will do that. He's excited. He's like, this is great news. I don't see anything bad happening here.
I'm a white boy. White trash.
You heard the click, right? Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker.
He was probably, though, like, he's standing in the middle of the road. That's a red flag. Yeah,
he's probably getting kicked out of a bar.
He's being belligerent.
Yeah.
Nobody calmly stands in the middle of the road and then has somebody shout, "Perform for me, baby!" and then walks over and just starts rapping in flip-flops. Yeah, it doesn't just go from 0 to 60 like that.
Yeah, but if this person deserves it, then we got a lot of people in New York City that deserve it. Just random people on the subways. And we can just taser at will.
Well, I think Yeah, I think if you were tasering people at will in the subways, they'd probably be a lot safer to ride.
You agree with that? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't see any. Yeah, I don't really.
But then it's going to be like a 1,000% increase in taserings around the city.
Yeah, everybody will be. Yeah, and they'll like be cool. They're like, it's not really worth being tased to do this. Like he's not getting like he woke up the next morning embarrassed.
Sure,
but he was alive.
He chilled out. He chilled out.
And he probably chilled out. Yeah, he's like, no, I'm not trying to get tased tonight. I'm not going to do that again.
You know, and then he thought about that shit the next day, too.
Exactly. Yo, you want to go out? No, I better not.
It's like when you when you're disciplining a dog after enough times, it just starts going like, I don't want to.
I'm not trying to get tits. Right. I'm not trying to get batted on the nose with a rolled up newspaper. I better not. I shouldn't do it. Yeah, and that works. The Cesar Millan.
Yeah.
I don't want to get again. No way.
You have to dominate it. Dominate the person of the train.
And see, they watch Cesar Millan.
Keep putting on the show for me, baby. I'm a white boy. White trash motherfucker.
You see how now I'm showing him that I am the alpha, and he has to listen to me.
That's right. This is what we do. And that would also explain why this gentleman did not make a tremendous effort to try to save him from falling down, because he is the cause of him falling down.
He was not trying to save him. No.
And,
he was trying to.
And he can't wait till he hits the ground because he's going to keep tasering him right there.
Yeah,
Man, you guys got good eyes tonight. You got a lot of details in that.
Kudos.
That was fantastic. But again,
super chat that one next time, guys.
I would appreciate some super chats in that, but it was helpful. And again, that's not me. It's just not me. That's the takeaway here. But, you know, I mean, it's a good day. It's a good day for authority figures. It's a good day for law enforcement.
Gotta say, it was a good day.
Did we hear? We have an arrest. Well, I don't know if we're supposed to be clapping, because are we snitches if we're clapping?
No, this man snitched on himself.
He did snitch on himself. I'll tell you, this is bad news for Vlad TV. If there was any, if anybody thought, no, you don't get arrested for doing Vlad TV interviews. Yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
It's admissible in court, baby.
Oh, yeah, it is. They're like, you don't watch Vlad TV? They're like, no, we saw it. We definitely saw it. For the first time, I think, since his death, Tupac Shakur, this gentleman right here, was murdered September 13th, 1996. They've done books. They've done documentaries. They did an entire series, a dramatic series called Tupac and Biggie, all about the murder of this superstar. This was the most famous musical artist of his day. You could say this was the Taylor Swift of his day. Could you not?
I would say so.
Yeah,
same amount of bangers.
Yeah. And by the way, everything still holds up. It's crazy. Everything still, but
timeless classics.
Biggie as well. Everything still holds up. But from 1996, and he was only 25 when he got murdered. 25 years old. But from 1996 on, the LAPD had nothing. They had no suspects. They had no leads. They had no arrests. They had no nothing. This murder just went unsolved until today. The announcement is made that a suspect has been indicted or arrested or whatever it was on, I don't know if he's being charged with murder or in connection to the murder of Tupac Shakur. Yeah,
arrest has been made in connection with the murder.
Right.
CNN.
In connection with. They got Keefe D. Keefe D was arrested. Now, Keefe D, for years, has been telling people that he was in the car with the person who murdered Tupac. He was saying it. He said it in interviews. He said it in documentaries. He put it in his memoir that came out in 2019. Hey, yeah.
He really wanted the world to know.
Yes, making sure that you are aware this was the case. And then I watched a clip of him in one of these documentaries, and they said, well, who was the one that killed Tupac? And he said, no. I'm gonna maintain the code of the streets on that one. I'll just say the shots came from the back seat. I was in the front. And, interestingly enough, Suge Knight has always said, because those are really, I think they said the last two eyewitnesses that are alive at all are Suge Knight and Keefe D. Suge Knight was in the car with Tupac. He was driving while Tupac was in the passenger seat. And Keefe D has been saying to anyone who will listen that he was in the car with the perpetrator of the incident. Well, things started to get fishy because, like I said, he put it in his book in 2019. He did an interview with this YouTube channel called Vlad TV, which is infamous for doing interviews with people in the hip-hop world where they admit to things that they should not be admitting to on camera. And
it's like the shoot interviews for hip hop.
That's
the
right.
Wrestling shoot interviews.
That's right. Except when people do it for hip hop, they end up on accident confessing to crimes and getting arrested, leading to some people thinking that Vlad himself is a snitch for not protecting the people that he's interviewing, a claim that he denies.
He's the ops.
They say he's the ops. He says, I am not the ops. They say, yes, you are. He says, no, I am not. And we go through this circle again and again, around and around and around. Except in July, police raided Keefe D's house. Like it was a huge raid. And they went in, and still to this day, people don't know for sure exactly what they were looking for. If it was like, okay, we're busting this case wide open, because I watched the press conference and they said in the last 5 years, there have been new people in charge of investigating this Tupac case. And so there's been a new energy in the last 5 years in arresting somebody, finding the responsible parties, and closing it, just closing the case.
Finishing the story.
They want to finish the story. And sometimes that takes longer than people realize. You got to deal with that. Yeah, they said that most people assume that the actual shooter, I think everything that I've read, they've said that they don't think this gentleman, Keefe D, that was arrested was the shooter. They think the shooter is dead. However, Keefe D is still, he was there. He's a party to the crime, I think is what the charges are going to end up saying. And yeah, it's just a wild thing, right? Because think about all the people. This was a generation defining artist and moment that he was murdered for so many people. But at the same time, 96 was 26 years ago, right? Or 25, 20, yeah, 23?
27.
27 years ago. It was a 20-something. I was just going to keep plugging those numbers in. Yeah.
3 + 4.
I did 3 + 3. 3 + 4 was right, because 6 and 9. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about anybody who's even a young person at this point wasn't alive to be around when this happened. 96 was a wild time. A lot of shit going down. But to know that all these years later, somebody was getting arrested, it does make you wonder, like, why now? Especially when it's a guy who's been admitting to it for years. Why now? Like, what was the thing? There's got to be something else here. What was the thing that made them go, yeah, we should do this now. Today's the day to do it.
Maybe the Vlad TV interviews just never got to them until now.
They just watched it.
Maybe one officer was just like surfing the web in June, and then he just went, what the fuck?
Yeah. Have you seen this? Yeah, it's got hundreds of thousands of hits. I never saw this. Why wouldn't you alert me to? I don't know. I think you saw it. Let's go arrest him right now. Okay. All right. I didn't know you didn't see it. Okay.
Was it in my algo?
That way it was the hot dog of the LAPD that was like, I mean, isn't that the guy who said it that he did it on Vlad TV? And the whole room just looks at him. What
did you just say?
On Vlad TV. He said he was in the car with him. He's got a book and everything. He's got a book? Yeah. I got the book right here. It's on Amazon.
It's a fun read.
You can get the book on Amazon. He said, you guys didn't know that? No, you didn't tell us. All right, when you want to go to his house? Today, let's go right now. Okay, all right, okay, fine.
Jesus.
Yeah, I would like somebody to answer, like, what were you doing? Because the Vlad TV stuff came out a while ago. The book came out 3 years ago. Couldn't you just say, well, he wrote it in this book, so it's kind of enough.
Right. Like if it was a politician who got murdered and the guy was going around.
Oh, yeah, no, I was in the car. I know the guy who did it. I'm not going to tell you who it was. The cops wouldn't just be like, okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah. There'd be a knock within 10 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like it's been so long and there have been so many conspiracy theories that even if they did say, okay, we've arrested this guy, here's exactly what happened, that's the official story, and we're closing the book on it, you're still going to go, yeah, I think he's still alive. You know what I mean? Like, there's still...
He's in Cuba somewhere.
Right. Like, you cling on to it for so many years. So many years of going, no, this is what I think. That if they tell you, no, it's actually far more simple than that. It did this, 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 and this. Case closed. Sorry, dog. It's been over 25 years. I'm going to stick with my own thing. I don't think so.
He would have been 51 if he's alive. 51 years old. With a Cuban family, maybe 2 children.
But why would he?
Mommy.
So okay, if that would be the theory, he's been living in communist Cuba, probably not making a ton of dough because number one, Cuba is communist, and number two, if you're a really rich guy in Cuba, it tends to draw attention, so people might find out that you're Tupac and you're alive. Also, tourism was opened in Cuba, and nobody saw him when they went over there to check out the country. So that didn't come up.
He's a different man. It's 26 years. He looks different. Maybe he gained some weight.
He could have gained some weight. He could have gained some weight. I mean, he's bald, though. He was bald at 25. So it's like, what's he going to be, more bald? Yeah. Unfortunately, once you shave your head, there's not too many disguises that you can throw on up there. Like, shaving your head is the ultimate disguise, ultimately, right?
Yeah, but there's so many people who could that I'm sure look like Tupac because, just a black slim guy with a bald head.
That's very racist.
Well, I mean, someone could look like him and he'd be like, ha, yeah, I get it all the time. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, that's true. And they're
It's
like,
not me though.
And they're like, I don't know. I don't really like what you're doing. And he's like, well, number one, I'm not Tupac. And number two, only God could judge me. So, wait, what'd you say? Nothing. 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 Yeah, no, I think, I also think that hip hop stars have grown into such cultural icons and have become so wealthy that there's no way that a living Tupac could just sit there, watch Jay-Z become a billionaire and go, no, I'm just going to keep chilling in Cuba because I have beef with Puff Daddy. Like, I don't understand.
I don't want his gang coming back after me.
Yeah,
and
no.
and trying to finish the job.
Like, wouldn't he have watched the VMAs this year and seen Puff Daddy on them and go, you know what? I think it's safe to come back. I think it's...
Maybe he hasn't been watching the news for 26 years.
Maybe.
He only gets Canal número 3.
Maybe.
Cuba.
That's true. In Cuba, they may not have everything that we have. So he wouldn't have heard that, like, Puff Daddy started calling himself Brother Love, because at that point, you're like, well, I think I can...
Come back.
I don't know. I saw his cameo in Get Him to the Greek, and I feel like I can come back. Wouldn't he have heard that, like, Puff Daddy was in the movie Get Him to the Greek with Jonah Hill and Russell Brand, and he wasn't the most dangerous person in that film? It's probably okay for Tupac to return, no?
Well, they're saying that that Puff is sweating right now because he might snitch on him.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hey, does he have phone service where he's at right now? Keefe, is he got the same number? They took his phone? Okay. You
better not fucking snitch.
Yeah. No, there's 2 people that Puff Daddy doesn't want talking. Keefe D, Jennifer Lopez. Those are the 2 people that it's like, let's keep it. Honestly, I think that on It Is What It Is, they probably should never drink, because I think if you got a couple belts in Mace, he probably has some pretty good stories.
Yeah,
because he was
a couple more podcasts.
Yeah, he was right there for that era. I think if those numbers for Killicam and Mace start to slip, I think Diddy's got a couple reasons to sweat. The past doesn't forget about it. We forget about the past. The past doesn't forget about us.
How do you think Jada Pinkett Smith is feeling right now? Oof. She's still in love with Tupac.
I'll tell you how Jada Pinkett,
shut up about him.
Jada Pinkett Smith is worried because they're about to put her husband in jail. We all know Will did it. We all know Will did it. I
didn't hear that one.
I think so. Think about it. I mean, because 1996, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will was already powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like him and Jada are probably just starting out. Jada's like, Will, I know we have a connection, and I do love you, but Tupac will always be the love of my life. And he's like, say less. Cool. And then probably he connected with DJ Jazzy Jeff, who then connected with Keefy D to do whatever he had to do. It's a theory.
The middleman. You don't want to. You get Jazzy Jeff to get in there and get the contract out.
Wouldn't it be great if there really was like a whole massive celebrity Illuminati underbelly of people who were all responsible for Tupac's demise? We're
gonna start
Diddy, Will Smith, there's a whole club of people, and they're like, oh my God, I thought we decided to leave this alone. I thought we weren't looking into this anymore.
You know what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be like season 2 of True Detective.
Yes.
Where it just starts spiraling out of control.
Yes. And then when it all starts to make sense again, the question is, why now? Why is this all happening now?
And then Matthew McConaughey would be like, why does anything have to happen right now?
That's a great point. That's a great point. And by the way, concurrent viewers right now, 187. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. That's not an accident. I hear you guys. I know what's going on. Listen. It just went up, but it was for a second at 187.
Hold the line,
It went up. It went up. More
Bring
people.
it back down.
Look, more
Leave.
people started watching.
Leave.
But why now? Why is this happening now? Let me ask you this. When has Will Smith been less powerful than right now? Never.
Oh boy, he's at his weakness. At his weakest.
Here's what happened. The people investigating Tupac, they watched the Oscars, and they said, I think we got him, boys. I think we got him. And then when Dave Chappelle got bum rushed on stage, that looked bad for Will Smith too. They said Will Smith started the whole thing. Now nobody wants to mess with Will Smith. Didn't he do a movie that nobody watched? Oh yeah, yes, he did a movie recently because Chris Rock said it was a piece of shit, didn't he? Remember in his stand-up? In Chris Rock's stand-up, he said that movie was a piece of shit? Yeah.
Will Smith IMDb.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, you confirm it for me.
Actor, previous. Emancipation.
Emancipation. That's the movie Chris Rock said was garbage. And nobody even remembers it. There was a time when Will Smith was put on a poster and everybody had to see that movie. Now it's the Jigsaw puppet. I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, we got to look into this. Will Smith has never been less powerful. Now they discover who killed Tupac. And Jada was in love with him? How does this not make sense? How does this not make sense?
We got the Netflix documentary people on it, I'm sure, right now. Digging up some info.
I tell you, if you are at all connected to anyone who is the victim of a terrible crime, do not do a Netflix documentary. Because I've been watching the one they just put out about the British reporter who got killed. And, what they do is, they take you on a ride. They really make it seem like somebody's guilty, and then they explain later why he's not. But if you stopped watching, if you said
episode 1,
right? If you just did it, because not everybody's gonna watch the whole thing. So if you stop watching, which you might, before they get to that explanation, you're just gonna walk around. This lady had a boyfriend, and they really made it seem like, oh yeah, he's got a lot of reason to be guilty. And then they kind of tell why he's not guilty. But I was thinking, if I just started getting on my phone or got bored or went and picked up the kids at school or whatever, and then just never got back to watching it, I'd be walking around going, that guy seems guilty to me.
Oh, did you see episode 3? No, I haven't gotten there
I haven't gotten there yet. I kind of gave up after I figured out.
Fuck that guy.
Hey, man, I figured out who did it. What else is left to watch? I hope they arrest him.
They get decked in the face in the middle of the street, and then the guy has no choice but to be like, did you watch the next episode?
No, dude, I've seen enough. I've seen plenty. Yeah, so look. All I'm saying is Will Smith had a real solid musical career, too, right after Tupac passed away.
He slipped right in.
He slipped right in, getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Right? Hey, let me ask you this. Who did it seem like was going to be the top rapper turned actor? Who did it seem like? Let me take you back to like maybe 90, let's call it 92. Let's say a movie called Poetic Justice comes out. I can't remember who starred alongside Janet Jackson, but it was a person that made people go, oh, he is going to be the first sort of massive rapper turned actor. Who was that?
Would the name end in Shakur?
I remember his mom's name was Afeni. It was Tupac. It was Tupac. And what happened after Tupac passed away? Who became the biggest rapper turned actor?
Independence Day, Bowie.
Welcome to
Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Can you imagine Tupac saying that?
It would have been so badass.
Oh,
Can you imagine if Tupac got the role in Independence Day instead of Will Smith? Oh, that movie would have been even better. It was great as it was.
Objectively better.
Yeah, there's no way you could say Tupac saying "Welcome to Earth, mother effer." wouldn't be amazing? That wouldn't be amazing? He would have won an Oscar for it. Can you imagine if Tupac was in the Concussion movie? People would have liked it. Tell the truth. Like, that would have been awesome. Can you imagine Tupac playing Muhammad Ali? Oh, it would have been great.
You just took me from a 0% chance that Will Smith did it to like a 67. And that's a passing grade.
That's passing grade. That'll get you right through. That'll get you through the Regents.
Yeah, that's enough to get a knock from the feds. Hey, we noticed you like
Sam
Roberts Now.
We were watching Sam Roberts Now, and it got us to thinking. You had a good time making iRobot, didn't you, Will? You liked making iRobot, huh? Because I got some other ideas for who could have been casted in the lead of iRobot.
Can you imagine if that's just like how police officers get their leads from now on, just listening to podcasts?
You know, I watched I Am Legend, and you know what I would have made? Changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If we hear some news on Will Smith coming out this week, we know where the source came from.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I get around. Okay.
You might get a call from Suge.
I'll tell you what.
He's alive still, right?
Jada and Will are about to become two of America's most wanted. Yeah, I think so. And think about it. Will Smith became known for writing all of the party songs, right? Welcome to Miami, Getting Jiggy with It, all those songs.
How did Welcome to Miami go? I don't remember.
I'm going to Miami, bienvenido a Miami. I'm going to Miami. Welcome to Miami.
Was it a banger?
It was a banger. It was a big one. It was a big one at the time. But really, Tupac's verse in California Love is like the greatest celebration of all time. Out on bail, fresh out of jail. I mean, come on. That's the coolest thing ever.
California Dreamin'.
Come on.
Even Cody uses it during promos.
Soon as I step on the scene, what's happening? I'm hearing Hoochie screaming. Everybody wants to hear Hoochie screaming for him.
That could have been, well.
Would have been the greatest. And then, what kind of party does Tupac like to throw? Nothing but a gangsta party. It ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
You know your shit, Sam.
See? And then Will Smith, there's no way. If we were all having gangsta parties, there's no way Will Smith could have done Ticka Ticka Wow Wow West. Like, it wouldn't have happened.
they're not going to be on the charts at the same time.
No,
it's impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible. They couldn't have ever.
Cornball out of here.
That's what they would have said, but they forgot. They forgot. And now look what happened.
Selling me on it, Sam.
I'd like to do an interview with Vlad TV to talk about some of my theories.
Had a few theories here, Vlad.
Somebody just wrote in, so who was arrested? Keefe D was the one that was arrested, not Will Smith, for the right. In case you're just tuning in, again, like we said about Netflix, it can be a dangerous thing if you don't watch the whole program. But yeah, Keefe D was the one who was arrested. Will Smith is a theory that I may or may not have just invented as we were sitting here talking. So
but after this, you better watch out when you step outside. Look in the corners. Make sure there's no, threatening-looking men in turncoats.
Right. No, that's true. Or Jada Pinkett Smith saying, "Keep my husband's name out your fucking mouth."
That'd be great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
By her.
Absolutely. Speaking of changes, did you see Lex Friedman had Mark Zuckerberg on his podcast. And I again, right? And you say, like, looking at this on the surface, you'd go, big deal. That's the third time this has happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
The podcast took place in the Metaverse.
That's a twist.
So they did this. This is like the new, and I'm telling you, the pandemic normalized Zoom in a big way. Like, Zoom as a product was not known, really, before the pandemic.
Skype fumbled the bag.
They fumbled the bag hard.
Oh, my God. It used to be, let's Skype. That used to just be a phrase.
Do you even have the Skype app on your phone anymore?
No.
What's your Skype name? What?
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, how did they mess that one up?
They fumbled it. They fumbled it hard. But they made it so that, like, it became a very normal thing. And still now, when you see podcasts, the idea of doing interviews on Zoom is totally normal. Like, to the point where before the pandemic, I would have phone interviews on my podcast. That wouldn't be so strange to do a phoner, like a radio type phoner, but to just record it and do it on a podcast. Now, even on regular radio, like, when was the last time you heard of a phone interview? It's so antiquated. And that's all because you plug in a Zoom and you do it on Zoom and then you have video. Well, this is taking it to the next level because Zucks and Lex did this podcast where, and this is the weirdest thing to me, they both have headsets on. And they're like, 100 miles away from each other, whatever, hundreds of miles away. I don't know what state they're both in, but they're in two different, they're not in the same building. They're not anywhere near each other. They're just online. But the Quest 3 or whatever they've got on their face is using all their sensors and cameras to make a digital mapping and readout in real time of their entire face. And then it's mimicking and real-time animating their facial structure so that Zucks can see Lex and Lex can see Zucks as if they're in the same room. And then we get this video. Watch.
Experience in the metaverse. To me, obviously, I love the intimacy.
So that's what it actually is. He's just in they're not in the same room. That's what it actually is.
But do you have other?
And then this. So that's an animated version of Lex. Which I think the animated Lex is a little better than the animated Zuck.
Yeah, I want to see the movement.
Like, you can already kind of see, like, the problem is, if you're trying to be like, hey, look, we're at the point where AI animation can mimic people with full personalities, almost to the point where you can't tell the difference. I don't know if Lex Friedman and Mark Zuckerberg are the two best people to display this on. I don't know.
The biggest lizard people on the planet.
I don't know that this is where we're going to see their personality is bleeding right through. Like, if you told me every interview that Lex Friedman and Mark Zuckerberg have ever done has been done via AI, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. If you told me that either of those two people don't even exist, like if that was the big reveal, After all these years, these two people they're not even real people. They were just created. They're AI, they're robots. I'd be like, that's a fun twist, but I could see it.
Right. Like Lex Friedman is an art installation.
Yes. If you told me that was the case and an inventor made him, I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. He did a great job. But that would also explain why he's so smart. Like Matthew McConaughey. You brought up Matthew McConaughey earlier. That's a human being for sure.
Joe Rogan. That would have been a good one to have on.
Yeah. Rogan's a person. Lex and Mark, I don't know. But maybe that's part of it, right? They're like, well, these two don't move their face as much. So it'll be kind of perfect. Because the Nope example of what the metaverse could look like was a mess up.
Are those two even the same things? Because this is like night and day.
I know. It's weird. It's very strange. See, like you can kind of see just in the way it's moving that it's not real, but it looks real. It's the uncanny valley thing where you can see it's some of the best animation that you'll ever see, but it's so good. It's almost better than what it would look like in real life. And so it ends up being very creepy.
It's like there's a lot of lower mouth animations, but like everything else is just like perfectly the same.
Right.
Like it's not moving.
Right. Right. So you almost go like, and then also there's just a thing to it where you go, well, if you've gone this far, why couldn't you just make me look like Lex? Like, why couldn't I, if you've got all of Lex's data in the headset, why couldn't I wear the headset, you put in Lex's data, and I'll just interview Mark, but people will think it's Lex?
Oh, people are definitely, Metaverse is definitely going to save the data that they get when you put that sucker on. I don't want that.
Of course. So then anybody can put the headset on. Like, you know, I could just, as part of the content initiative of 2030, there's going to be even more shows because I'm going to have just an army of hot dogs all wearing headsets with Sam data put into it. And all the hot dogs are going to have to pretend they're Sam's. What
you could do is you can get a hot dog for each country and then have them be the Sam Roberts ahora.
That's true. That's true. They go, how did I go? And then I'll just tell people, I just learned all the languages.
Yeah. I just figured I'd expand my horizons and have a bigger audience.
I just learned all the languages. And they go, well, then how do you say the same thing every single time? I go, you didn't realize this show's scripted? Word for word, bar for bar. Like
it would be funny if you did one podcast in Spanish just to like kind of test yourself and see if there's a demo out there for that.
I should do that. Tom Segura did it and he's killing it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, he did do that. Shit.
I could try, except it'd be like, it'd be a little broken. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be great Spanish.
No, because Tom Segura speaks like perfect.
Fluent. Like,
yeah.
Mine would be passable for asking for directions.
Yeah.
But not
that's almost more entertaining.
That's right. Like I speak Spanish well enough that I can say a sentence and surprise somebody, but then we just have to laugh and get back to speaking English. Like that's as far as we're going.
You could interview my mom.
I could interview your mom. That actually would be fascinating. Because I feel like she would be much more trusting if she's. I mean, I've spoken to Hot Dog's mom, and she's not trusting.
No, not until.
But then I speak to her in Spanish, and it's like I'm Dios. Ay Dios mío. She like I'm the man at that point. I think now it's like she'll put her baby's life in my hand at any point because
I mean she has.
That's true.
She literally has.
I say, no te preocupes. And she goes, oh my God. And that's all you need. No te preocupes.
She thought you were a drug dealer before that.
That's right. That's right. Chayanne está bien. And she goes, oh my God. I mean, I impressed her so much I got her speaking English.
But all right. So we still haven't reached a point of usefulness for this thing because this could, it's cool that the technology is there, but this literally could have just been a Zoom interview as well.
Yeah, if you green screen it could have been a Zoom interview. Although, I guess the difference would be that if you've got the headset on and the way the headset is designed, like, wait till you get to this single shot. So if you've got, because the problem with Zoom interviews is, so this is how they do it. Hang on, there you go. See, like they do a digital map out and then they color it in. But like the problem with Zoom interviews is that you do lose some of that face-to-face, like just the general nature of conversation. But if you're wearing a headset and you have these big dopey earphones on,
now you're not losing the face-to-face if you
right,
have that whole thing in your face.
Right, because you forget your own reality. And then if this is all you see, God forbid, if this is what you see in front of you, oh my God, and you're just in a room of nothing but darkness behind you, right? Then it's almost like you actually are having those interactions.
Yeah. No, okay. I mean, well, we're not there. We'll get there where it's kind of useful. I mean, it looks like Zuckerberg is just really rushing to beat Apple at this point.
Yeah, he started. He broke a hole in the wall like Andy Bernard when they came out with their whatever pro headset. You can't afford this headset was.
He's like, guys, scrap the Nintendo Wii graphics.
Yeah,
scrap the legs.
We look stupid. We look dumb. Tim did it again.
Damn it.
Which like. It's not a good thing for society that you've got two mega electronic companies, two technology companies that are in a race to eliminate humanity as quickly as possible. Like they're like, no, we're not eliminating it because look how closely we're mimicking it. And you're like, yeah, that's how you eliminate it, by making us not realize that it's gone, but it is gone.
Just so they can throw a couple ads in our eyes. That's all it's for.
You remember that guy? This is what they're doing. That guy from
the movie thing.
Yeah, he screwed it up for everybody because he said the loud part quiet and the quiet part loud.
Yeah.
When he goes, no, this will be really, really great because the AI will know when your eyes are looking at the ad and you won't get points unless your eyes are locked on that ad. And everybody was like, what? You can do that?
Great. It's great.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing, guys. It's a really good thing. What?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only reason this thing is happening.
Yeah, so we can lock your face into this screen and you have no choice but to look at our advertisements.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to look at the Pillow Cube.
Or you could pay $20 a month for a subscription free, for ad free.
Yeah. But like what happens like you know when you wear a hat and like Hot Dog, you got a hat on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like at points you'll take off the hat and just kind of let your head air out a little bit and then you'll put the hat back on. Like that's like you won't go hours with the hat on without taking the hat off.
Right.
So if you're in a podcast, right? Like when I'm doing a podcast, I can do this if I want, look, or whatever, or like move the mic around or like kind of exist in the world. Like if you're in the middle of a conversation, you're like, oh, and you move the glasses, the whole thing is shot. Like you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, my whole perception of reality is totally skewed.
I mean, they're going to have to figure that out. It's still, this is the beta still, Sam.
You're the beta. Or like, yeah, like one time I was doing an interview down here and my wife came downstairs because the dog ran away, right? But I was able to just turn around like this and be like, yo, we got to go find that dog. You got a pet. You got a responsibility. I got off my ass and I found that fucking dog.
No,
but like if I'm in the metaverse, I'm not gonna know anybody's in the room. Like she's gonna have to come over and physically like start shaking me, and I'll go, Zuck, why are you shaking me? And he goes, that's not me. And I'll go, wait, what world am I in? What's happening?
Or when all of a sudden you start getting licks in your face, and then the other person sees like a tongue just showing up in the metaverse.
That's true. Does that pick up like with the underneath? Yeah, no, I don't.
It'll be fun.
You think this will be fun?
It'll be fun for a little bit, but I think the novelty of it's going to wear off.
I do too. I don't think people will want to be locked into a helmet. I think you're 100% right, Hot Dog, and that's a rare thing. But I don't think. I think inevitably, people don't want to be locked in. Like even though people will be locked into a screen like this for hours and hours and hours, there is still this sort of perception that even if you're not paying attention to the world around you, you still kind of feel like you are. You want to have the ability of just, well, I can put the phone down. Well, if somebody, I can hear you. I still have my peripheral vision. Like, people aren't going to want to get in the subway and go, I'm going to totally lock myself out to anything that's going on. I trust that none of you will rob me. Like, you can't.
I trust the maniacs on the train that they won't throw me on the subway tracks.
Right. Like, what if you're on an airplane and you put the goggles on to watch a movie and then someone grabs you by your body part? You know, they grab you. And then you take your headset off. And then the guy next to you is just sleeping. Right? And then you shake him. And he goes, why'd you wake me up? And I go, you just grabbed me. And he goes, no, I didn't. Nope. No, I didn't. And then I got to get off the plane kicking and screaming, going, that guy's not real. There's invisible hands grabbing me. And people think I'm crazy. And why? Because I got locked into a headset the whole time.
Well, don't forget, though, at that point, you'd probably also have a camera there at all time, kind of like Black Mirror.
Yeah. You know, on the new iPhone, there's a mode. I haven't, like, looked into it yet, but, like, it locks into 2 of the cameras or something like that. But you can make, like, the full videos, like the peripheral vision videos, so that if you get your Apple headset and put it on, you can watch the videos as if you're there at the beach. It's real creepy.
I'm gonna have to see that in action. It sounds okay in concept.
Well, that's what they do with the headset, is that it videos everything that you're seeing, so that way when you put the headset back on and push play, you see it exactly as you saw it. There is no difference. Because
if you look to the side, you see exactly what's on the side.
You saw exactly what was on the side before. Right. You see exactly what you saw. Because everything in these headsets is cameras. There's no pass-through. It's all cameras. So even when you're watching something live, you're watching it through a camera, which means that the recording, when it's done in, you know, HD or 4K, whatever, which it will be, is the same quality of the thing that you actually saw with your own eyes.
It is going to be cool, though, when, because I know some sporting events do that, you know, that VR stuff, when they actually get it down and you can get like a front row seat, but you're at home. That's going to be pretty awesome.
Sporting events have just figured out how to make light up bracelets all light up at the same time. I don't think we're anywhere near.
Dope.
It looks awesome. But literally, like, that's a 2-year-old technology. We're not at front row. I mean, they've tried to do that with wrestling, and people end up, like, you know, drop kicking the cameras off the corner post by mistake. You know, like, you can't.
We'll get there, though.
I hope
that
not.
front row experience for just on a Monday Night Raw.
That's true, and it will only cost you $90 per episode. Cheaper than a ticket.
That's true.
Well, you know the rules here on Sam Roberts Now. All super chats will be acknowledged. If you want us to discuss something, if you want whatever you want, super chat in, and we'll make it a part of the show. If you haven't yet, don't forget to check out after we're done here tonight the show I did with Nicole Biggins, aka Nicole Ryan. A new show that we're going to be doing every week. We're committed. She's coming back. We're doing it every week. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Satisfying Pilots.
The Satisfying Pilot. I'm very, I'm excited about it. Yeah, we're feeling good about it, and I'm glad so many of you guys are enjoying it. So check that out. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, you'll get alerts every time we post something. But those shows will go up Thursday morning at 11, I think is our drop time. So just check it every time. Super chat in. Let's acknowledge some of these super chats here on Sam Roberts Now. Six Crow, I appreciate you for funding the show, being our regular donor.
Producer.
He's our producer, our financier. Six Crow is the executive producer, like in Hollywood, where if he did come to us and go, I got some notes, we would have to read them because he's kind of the financier of the show.
Right.
Even though he sends it in Canadian dollars, so it's not as good, but it's still our financier. Teddy Two Guns is Anthony Cumia. How is Anthony Cumia? Heard he's in the hospital, and I've heard nothing, very worried. Well, I think I don't know. I haven't spoken to him at all. But I think that he tweeted that he was doing fine. I guess he went in, he's had bad heart stuff in the past. And so I guess he went in for the old checkup. And I think he said on a tweet that there might have been a blockage or something. I don't know. I have no expertise on the matter. But the tweet that I read last night, it seemed like he was doing okay. So hopefully he's all right. Suspect Phil, Sam, please split this super chat income with hot dog. Ooh, $1.99. $1.99.
Ah, you know what I can get with $1?
No. You don't get $1. You would get 98 cents. And then, because it's 50-50, it's $1.99. Plus then YouTube takes its cut. So you're down to about 68 cents or so. Not bad.
I can't get much with 68.
You could get a fudge round.
Just add one more penny, I can get a lot.
Nice. I'll give you 69.
Nice.
B-Herb, F, Marry, Kill for hot dog. Ooh, this is a good one.
What do we got?
Tupac, Biggie, Puffy. F, Marry, Kill.
I'm gonna marry Puffy.
Whoa. I didn't see that one coming.
I mean, he's also a legend in his own right, and
I thought you were going to say in his own mind.
Responsible for all this stuff that we have today.
He did make he did make the beat for Juicy, and now and very well.
And he just looks chill as fuck. Like, wouldn't you want to spend the rest of your life with Puff?
I can't say that. I'd love to meet him.
You can't say that.
No, I can't. No, I can't say that. No, I can't get on board with that statement.
It's ridiculous.
But I'd be happy to meet him.
Okay,
yeah,
right. That's an insane take.
Right. But now you've got F and K left, and you've got Tupac and Biggie.
I don't want to kill either one of them. I don't want the cops to come over here.
That's true.
I mean, who's my favorite one out of the two? I guess it would be.
Oh, this is gonna be tough, right? Because Tupac's catalog is so much bigger, but you're from New York.
Yeah,
you better be careful, homie.
I'm fucking Biggie, and I'm killing Tupac.
Oh my God!
Kicking in the door, waving my fofo.
No, that's good. So you decided to kill the legend. You decided to have.
They're all legends.
No, I would say Tupac's the biggest legend. You're gonna have sex with the heaviest one. And
it's comfortable, snuggy.
And then you're gonna marry the one that is still alive and wears like big coats and stuff like that.
I can't believe you wouldn't want to spend the rest of your life with Puff.
Out of those,
that'd be so awesome.
Out of those three, I feel like I'd prefer to spend the rest of my life with either Tupac or Biggie than Puff.
You think the Tupac or Biggie would be like chiller though?
And, Biggie would be shit. Biggie's the chillest dude ever. You kidding me?
Mm.
And I mean, think about it. I'd be like, Biggie, isn't this too expensive? He'd go, no need to worry. My accountant handles that. I go, okay, that's a good point. Plus, it's like, what are we gonna do with all of our free time? Biggie's like, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and I go, when I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this.
Couldn't picture it.
No.
No, you're okay. You had a good point.
You know what I mean? All you gotta do is pay attention to what they've already told you.
Yeah.
Although, see, I get annoyed because Puffy would keep coming around complaining about how last night he couldn't even get an answer.
And then, like, if you guys were making love, you'd be like, take that.
I wouldn't want that. It'd be weird. You know what he'd do? He'd knock on the door. Bad boy. And I go, oh, no, he's home. He's home.
It'd be great.
No, you're right. It would be great. He is responsible for the Jiggy era, and the Jiggy era is incredible. Plus, but it would get annoying. Like, you put on the Police, boom, 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 boom. Every step you take. And Puffy would just walk in the room and go, oh, this is my song. This is a song I did, right? It's like, well.
Or any song that you're playing, he would just ad-lib in the background.
Take that. I thought I told you that we won't stop. That would be fun. Or he'd come up with some kind of like just like a beat to put under it, like just to make it a little better. Like you're just listening to a classic rock song and then it's like, and you're like, oh, I thought I liked this song before, but Bono Zombie. Yeah, no, you know what? You may have won me over. What's up, Sam and Hot Dizzle? Are you aware that House of a Thousand Corpses is going to be in theaters next month for the 20th anniversary? War Damn Eagle. Yeah, I did see that. Actually, I saw that Rob Zombie and his wife are doing a Q&A at a theater in Connecticut. I think I might hit up that. No, I think I'm gonna hit up that theater and ask if they have a host.
Oh, you little trying to fit in.
I thought I told you that we won't stop.
You're hustling. You're gonna be outside the theater. What's up, baby? You need a host?
Yeah. What we doing, baby? What we doing, baby? What we doing?
I host for $50.
30. B Herb. F Mary Kill for Sam. Your clone, the Tazer cop, or Keefy D. All right. I'm definitely killing my clone. I'm definitely killing.
Only be one.
There can only be one. Yeah, I can't. There's very little that I have going for me, but what little that I do, I have to keep mines. You know?
But you guys can work together and do and produce double the content.
No, because my clone would try to be cute, and he'd go, "No, I'm not Sam." And I go, "Get the hell out of here! Now you're dead." Yeah, I couldn't do that. I would probably then have to F the Tazer cop because he seems like he's got a temper. You know, like he's
very quick. He's very quick to the draw.
Seems a little trigger happy with the Tazer. And then so I guess I'm marrying Keefy D, which would be great because he's got so
many stories to tell you.
He does. You would think he does have so many stories, but if he had that many stories, I feel like he doesn't have that many stories. I feel like he'd keep just telling me that he was in the car for the Tupac murder, and I go, I know that.
To be fair, Sam, if you happen to be out of context in the car for the Tupac murder, no connection at all, you would probably mention it all the time.
I could keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
In the back seat, though, I know. Our financier Six Crow. Financier Six Crow. You already have the perfect logo for an AI Sam Army. I'm not Sam. You can't be sued. Okay, you were right on top of it, Six Crow. Me and you, buddy. Bootyful writes in. Oh boy. F Mary Kill. Oh. Soraya, Karen Feehan, or Mary Jean.
That ain't for me.
Damn it. Well. Okay.
Tough one.
I would probably.
Who are you marrying?
Well, I'd probably
That's probably the easier one.
Yeah. I'd have to marry Soraya and keep it platonic. You know what I mean? It'd be a marriage of convenience.
Soraya would be like, okay,
exactly. She'd be fine with it. I feel like
Could we get our own bed?
Yeah, we'll have separate rooms. Okay,
sounds great.
Yeah.
We can have Jess come over and visit.
Exactly.
The night.
Exactly. I feel like there would be very few problems. I feel like you could it'd almost be like I'd kind of be like marrying you, to tell you the truth. I'd be like, hey, you live here. Also, I'm going to need you to get the video ready for this thing. She'd go, okay. Like, so, and then, okay.
It's almost like for tax purposes.
Exactly. Tax purposes, everything. Jess would be fine with it. Like, you know what I mean? She'd be fine. And then, yeah, you'd have to go, okay, who's the professional? You got to F Mary Jean. I mean, just to say, like.
You got it.
Because think about it. If you're telling your friends, I was intimate with Mary Jean, they go, oh, or you go, I was intimate with Karen Feehan. They'd go, oh, that seems complicated. You know what I mean? It seems complicated for you. So yes, then I'll kill Karen. No problem. I figured it out. I think I figured it out very logically.
That was easier than we thought.
I think so too. And I mean, yeah, can't really argue those choices. Hot Dog writes in. Was this you super chatting in, Hot Dog?
I just wanted to support,
Hot Dog writes in, you should add Who Kid to your and Nicole's podcast, kid. Sam, you sound like this inventor that hung around with this Epstein guy. No, I was Epstein. The inventor and Epstein. Yeah, no. Steve was the inventor. I was Epstein. Who can't be held down to a weekly schedule in one location? But the minute that I can confirm that guy's location is in New York, you better believe he'll be here with Nicole and I to bring the band back together, because
where's he based at these days?
I have no idea. I see, but I tell you, like, I hadn't seen him in years. I didn't see him through the whole pandemic. I did years. And then you saw it with your own eyes, Hot Dog. I saw him for the first time in years at WrestleMania, and we were just best friends and giggling as if we'd been hanging out every day the entire time. True or false?
That's what I would have guessed. I would have been like, oh, they must talk to each other at least once a month.
Yeah. He literally was like, he's like, I'm going on stage. Sam, no, you have to come with me. Like, he was pushing me through everyone. You have to be here. Okay. All right. And then I go, Hot Dog, you're coming too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Sam Miguel. When Hot Dog goes to Japan, will the Japanese people attack him because he looks so much like Johnny Somali?
I don't know who Johnny Somali is.
I don't either.
Like,
are you worried about being attacked in Japan?
I'm not at all.
Are you
but
gonna?
I do know though they do give eyes to people of darker.
Oh, but they don't like that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I'll get a few stares, but I don't know about attacked.
Are you going to go to the weird spots, like where they have like used underpants vending machines and all that weirdness?
I think that what is that?
I have no
name of
idea.
that neighborhood. I look Akihabara. I think it's the neighborhood.
Are you going to? When are you going? You're not going in January, right?
November.
You
a month from now.
Should have gone to January. You could have gone January 4th.
Dude, I was looking to see if there was any events or like
January 4th.
Japan.
Tokyo Dome, January 4th.
Well, I was looking to see if there were any November events.
Can you go to the wrestling stores for me?
Hell yeah, I can.
Are you going to go to Ribera?
I honestly, I didn't even think about like wrestling stores or anything like that. I will make that a destination.
Oh yeah. I'll help you figure out all the cool wrestling spots.
Okay.
They got cool stuff there for sure. Suspect Phil, why buy one when you can buy two at twice the price? I always appreciate Phil. It's a funny joke that you do pretty much every week, but also ends up in 2 super chats. So it's one of my favorite jokes. Poodle-rific. Have a great weekend, Sam and Hot Dog. Love you guys. We love you, Poodle. Bad Guy Rob coming in strong. Bad Guy Rob. Putting other people to shame. Looking forward to the new show with Nicole. Oh, yes. Me too. The quality of this show has gone down. What? I mean,
it's me?
Oh, I see. I mean, you always say you'll cheers with me later, but so far, no cheers. And when was the last time we saw Hot Dog eat a hot dog? I see. So Bad Guy Rob is like, he goes, the problem is that it's not literal. Like, you say these things, but they don't literally happen. All right. So next show, Hot Dog, remind me to cheers with the audience while you eat a hot dog, okay?
I'll cheers with you now.
And I will say, you got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out the show with Nicole. I'll cheers with you later.